What's up everyone, my name is John, you're watching ARTV, it's time for another album review. Today I'm going to be tackling the latest record from Sleater-Kinney, a group that was born in the 90s but have returned for their first album in 10 years. The name of the record is No Cities to Love. Three Women Against the World. That's Sleater-Kinney for you, a group, like I said, born out of the 90s, but a group that I had never really known much about until now. I had heard some of the singles, I'd heard some of the hype about them from friends, but I had never really gotten the appeal. But then I heard No Cities to Love, their first album in 10 years, and I completely changed my mind. It was one of those eye-opening experiences for me, one of those moments where I was just like, shut up, John. You didn't know what you were talking about. You were wrong. I'm not really sure what kept me so lukewarm and so unreceptive towards their material over the years, but Sleater-Kinney have given us by far their most engaging and well-rounded work to date. After going back and hearing their old records for the first time to prepare for this review, I definitely started to see that a lot of their power is held within the lyrics. With their words being poignant and striking, these women are definitely empowered and speak not only with their lyrics, but with the music surrounding them. With that being said, I'm still on the fence with many of the songs on any given record, with the exception of this new album, No Cities. The band makes its most straightforward statement that it ever has, pumping out delectable treats with tremendous and catchy riffs right from the start with the opening track, Price Tag. It commands an odd sense of urgency out of the listener with its guitar rhythms that really keep things interesting, along with its pounding bass line and its very memorable chorus. The vocals from Corinne Tucker and Carrie Brownstein are sharp and engaging all throughout this new LP, creating simple and effective harmonies along with very strong backing vocals on many of these tracks. Some groups come back from a long hiatus or else a breakup and just feel completely dated, like they should have thrown in the towel a long time ago. Sleater-Kinney, I have to say, feel quite the opposite of that. They definitely still have a message to get across, and I think that's the main reason that they returned, because they have something to say. They showed that off immediately with the lead single, Bury Our Friends. That track was criticized by some for sounding a little bit too similar to the track Take Me Out from the group Franz Ferdinand, and for me personally, I was kind of getting a Tighten Up vibe, like that Black Keys song, but it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, Franz Ferdinand even said that they were influenced by some of Sleater-Kinney's material, so I don't see what the problem is here. It's like the whole Foo Fighters versus Dio situation all over again, isn't it? They can't win! They can't make a song with chords that sound anything similar to anything else, God forbid. The single is instantly recognizable as Sleater-Kinney material, with layered instrumentation that still strikes with a bit of raw force. It gets stuck in my head quite often, whether I'm just kind of humming along with the melody, or just inadvertently singing out loud throughout the day. I find it funny that there's a song on this record called No Anthems, yet there are so many that are exactly that. Anthems. Surface Envy is a rocker that storms the castle with a thundering chorus that has the words, "We win, we lose, only together do we make the rules" in it. It kind of seems like a statement on the band's return to me. Its tenacity is unrivaled by that of many of its peers, which is why it skyrocketed to the top in terms of my favorite songs on this LP. Although it's hard to single out favorites when there's not a song on here that is anything less than great. Another track that I'm falling in love with is one called A New Wave, which is stocked with their characteristic vocal patterns, melodic instrumentation, and just really a steady and driving drum pattern. It might not appear super complex, but many of these songs aren't, nor do they really need to be. It's not a new wave, it's just you and me, the band sings on this one, which pretty much says it all right there. As with most amazing albums, there's usually a few tunes that don't feel like they're quite as great, like they didn't have that certain spark about them that all of the other songs did, and on this record, I gotta say there's really only one that I could really call out, and it's because it's a little bit too repetitive for me. It's the track called Gimme Love. Let me reiterate that I don't think that this is a throwaway track, it's just one that feels like an ever so slight speed bump in the middle of this record. However, I have come around on it more and more with its lush guitar performance that practically has me drooling over it. It's just that the chorus is a bit off-putting to me with its repetitiveness. The title track is definitely a jam, taking a little bit more of a reserved approach this time around. It plays around with this kind of looming bass line, some punchy guitar chords before showing off its chorus that lights a fire almost instantly. They take those building blocks that were laid there during the verses and then feed off of each other's energies throughout the rest of the song to really make this short and sweet track really work. Fade is an aptly titled closer with enough fuzz and pedal effects to rival the latest Gerard Way record. I love the complex guitar structure here, as with many of their songs that's going on in the background, especially during the chorus of this track. It shows off that the band's ingenuity is still there. After all these years, they have not lost that spark, making a song that sounds nothing like any of the other songs on this record, yet they still somehow keep it from feeling like it's not like the odd man out. There's a flow of connectivity here on this record, and I absolutely love that about No Cities to Love. A lot of the band's charm lies within the fact that these are three normal women making great and well-written music. They don't dress like Lady Gaga, they aren't going to be working their way up the Billboard Hot 100 with a pop-leaning smash, but most importantly, they've never compromised who they are as musicians for the sake of what's popular. The fans have been very receptive towards their comeback, and they've definitely come back strong and proved that there are still a ton of people itching for new material from them just because their older material made such an impact in these people's lives. Tucker's vocals are often harsh and effective, the band has a voice that really just demands to be heard, and in turn, so does this album. For me, No Cities to Love is a 4.5 out of 5. If you'd like to hear the new Sleater-Kinney record, No Cities to Love, in full, you can click the link in the description down below. Make sure you smash the like button on this review to let me know that you enjoyed it, you're liking the channel, you're liking the content. Make sure you subscribe if you would like to see more reviews, and consider donating to the channel. It's that top link in the description down below to help these reviews keep coming. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any reviews that you'd like to see me do, let me know so in the comments, and I will try to get to that as soon as I possibly can. Thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon right here on ARTV.